All right, welcome back. It is time for you to be well with 360 Wellness. Getting in shape is tough, and there are more to it than just eating well and exercising.
Boy, that's the truth. Your hormones could be playing a bigger factor than you realize. Dr. Mark Albers now is back with us today to tell us what the doctor forgot to mention when it comes to your body type and hormones. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Love having you. As Brett and I were talking to you before we went on, I used to have an issue. I would work out, I would eat very little, and I still had fat in my stomach area.
Yeah.
And it took a long time to find out it wasn't necessarily just what I was eating and working out.
Right, just like most of America. We diet, we exercise, and we maybe lose 10 pounds, but it's not all about the calories.
Right.
It's about the hormones. So we check those hormones, and a lot of times the medical community won't do that because the insurance companies won't let them do that. So we're going to tell you how to do that in our dinner talk, but let's talk about some of the different hormones and what they look like.
Let's do that. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
love
that.
it.
Tell us what we're seeing there.
So the first one there, that's
Okay.
the estrogen imbalance, and you'll see saddlebag hips and thighs with that little pooch below the tummy. And ladies, this is cellulite right here. This is where you get your cellulite, is an
Yeah.
estrogen imbalance.
there.
Most people have never had their hormones checked in their whole life, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. This is what you hear about a lot. I'm sorry, let's go back to the adrenal.
Okay.
There you go on the right, or the whatever, the little pooch there. You hear a lot about belly fat, right?
That's the issue I have.
Yeah.
Right? That has to do a lot with adrenal. So remember the Quarter Slim commercial years ago? Under stress, you produce more cortisol, which produces more belly fat. Well, this is what we're talking about. It's an adrenal problem, which, again, most people never have checked.
You bet.
A lot of times they don't have any butt, right? No butt.
It's
right?
true.
It's like they just shifted around up front here, right?
Yeah.
Their butt's up front here. So that's adrenal. Let's go to the next one. The next one is thyroid. We talked a little bit about this last week. So overall body weight gain with this, and again, most women have never had the proper thyroid testing done. We tell you how to do that in our dinner talk. The last one is liver. Here's the guy, Uncle Tom, with the beer gut. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Beer
Sure.
belly,
See
right?
that a lot.
Really hard belly versus the other ones that are kind of flabby, right? And this is ascites, what we call ascites, fluid leaking from a bad liver. So it's filling up the abdominal cavity. That's what that is.
Okay.
IR on that means, do we have insulin resistance? Yeah. IR means insulin resistance, which is, that has a lot to do with diabetes. So diabetes has a lot to do with pancreas and the liver. So that's why we put that up here too as well.
You know, Mark, find out the test is a quick one, but you certainly, these dinners have been popular where you meet with people, go over these tests. Tell me a little bit more about these dinners you're having to big success, right?
Once a week. We typically do it once a week, 3 to 4 times a month, and we really get into the nuts and bolts about why people are sick, why they're not losing the weight, and we look at the cause, not just what you have, but why you have that. We don't treat you with medication.
No.
I'm glad you do that because, again, I had this issue, and had I not had that tested, I would have never known.
Yeah.
And so it is frustrating. So, yes, have your hormones
good.
tested.
Every body type is
Yes.
different. Isn't that
Every
interesting?
body type is different.
Isn't
Yeah.
that fantastic? Let's give you a little reminder of 360 Wellness. One of the great things about it, of course, they are at, look at that, 350 North Rock Road. You didn't plan that, did you? Lakeside Club Dinners. By the way, that's the RSVP. Mark would love for you to call right now, 686-2626, 686-2626, and said, you know what? I'm going to come on by. I'm going to come by Lakeside and learn a little bit more about this process because that's always safe to do, Mark, isn't it?
Come on
Doc?
over.
All right, Doc.
Take care.
Thanks very much.
All right,
Great talk
thank you.
today. Appreciate it.
Well, like Mark said,